No doubt about it.
Yeah. The Panthers like to run a spread offense and have several quarterbacks at their disposal. I expect we'll see Xander Lindley handle the ball tonight. The 6'1", 180-pound sophomore started the first game of the year against Harding Academy, which was his first start at quarterback since the 8th grade. The Southpaw has a lot of mobility, a good burst of speed, and great hands, according to Coach Wood. He was a leading receiver and second leading rusher in junior high a year ago. Senior Jackson West, 6'2", 180 pounds, lines up at running back, splits to receiver in some sets. He's sure-handed and will likely factor heavily into the Panther offense tonight. But another sophomore to keep an eye on is Parker Brown, 6'1", 165 pounds. He led the junior high conference runners-up in rushing last year, then started the final 3 varsity games at receiver last year, averaging 6.3 yards per catch. He's got great hands. Coach says that he catches everything thrown at him and is a threat returning kicks as well. So far this year, he leads the Panthers in rushing with 273 yards on 36 carries, and he leads receiving with 5 receptions for 220 yards, and he's also scored 3 touchdowns. Up front, some decent size and strength along with experience. 4 linemen are back from last year, including senior right tackle Thad Bray, 6 foot 250, senior right guard Peyton Owens, 5'11", 260, and junior left guard Trip Young, 6'1", 265, along with senior center Zach Thomas, 6'1", 185 pounds. He just returned to the lineup last week after being out with an illness, and of course he does a great job at center, according to Coach Todd Wood. On defense, junior nose guard Chris Benton, 6'1", 315 pounds, bench presses 300 pounds, has great ball awareness, according to Coach Wood. Middle linebacker Keenan Sneed is a team leader. He made all of the defensive calls last year. The 6 foot, 170-pound junior racked up 100 tackles last fall. He had 15 tackles last week, including 4 for losses in the loss to Lone Oak. There's experience sprinkled all around this team, but I think the key is going to be getting the quarterback some experience, and that'll be a key if Heber Springs is going to break into the win column this year, Brent.
Yes, it is. Yeah, and the key tonight for the Ricebirds, is going to be get some pressure on that quarterback. You get a quarterback who's a sophomore, hasn't played quarterback a lot, get some pressure on him, try to flush him out of the pocket and see if you can force some turnovers.
Yeah, absolutely. We're getting ready for the start of tonight's game between Stuttgart and Heber Springs. The Ricebird Marching Band has concluded the pregame activities. They have formed a funnel coming out of the big run-through, the big Stuttgart Ricebird run-through in the northwest corner here of the field at Mosley Stadium. And a lot of the students have made their way out as well. Heber Springs is coming out of the locker room, still waiting for the Ricebirds to come out and load into the run-through. So let's take a quick look at the 2-4A conference, Brent. And after 1 week, I'm not going to say there's really a whole lot in the way of surprises. Little Rock Mills, Lone Oak, Stuttgart, and Clinton all get a win last week.
Yeah. And I dug a little deeper, talking about Little Rock Mills, and boy, their non-conference schedule was against 3, really, really bad teams. Now, they did put up some points on them, but last week against Ball Knob, they put up 50 again, but I think they gave up about 30. So I'm not too sure about that defense, and of course Lone Oak, we expected them to be good, and they're playing well.
And back to Little Rock Mills, you got an update during the game last week that we were broadcasting, and Mills was behind Ball Knob, which we kind of looked at that and kind of shook our heads just a little bit. And you mentioned, yes, they did put up a lot of points against those opponents that really probably weren't very good, but they also allowed a lot of points as well.
Yes, you're right. Yep. Yeah, you're right. But the tough thing about that for the Ricebirds is a few weeks down the road, they get Mills and Lone Oak on the road, and that's going to be tough for the Ricebirds.
It will be. Last week, in addition to the Ricebirds' 21-18 win over Southside, Lone Oak beat Heber Springs 36-14. Mills was over Ball Knob, as you mentioned, Brent, 56-33, and Clinton 50, CAC 20. CAC probably one of the biggest surprises to me this season, in a bad way for CAC.
Just not a very good CAC team at all. Not really competing very well at all. And Clinton looks like they might have some of their early season problems straightened out.
Could very well be. Let's take a look and see what's happening, Brent, this week in the 2-4A conference.
Yeah, we got Heber Springs, of course, here tonight at Stuttgart. Bald Knob at Lone Oak could be a pretty good game there. Southside at Clinton should be a very good good game. Southside coming off that tough loss against the Birds last week, and then CAC at Little Rock Mills should probably be a mercy rule game.
Could very well be. Quick look to next week, Brent.
That's right. Stuttgart goes back on the road to Bald Knob. Lone Oak out Southside, a big game there for the Jackrabbits and Southside. CAC at Heber, one of those teams will get their first. Will potentially get their first conference win. And Little Rock Mills at Clinton. That could be an interesting game too. It's never easy to go up there to Clinton.
It's sure not. That's a tough place to play. Still waiting for the Stuttgart Ricebirds to make their way out of the locker room. Heber Springs has made their way out. They're kind of huddled up in the southeast corner here of the field. Their cheerleaders are out, and they have a long line of cheerleaders, and their pom-pom squad and all is out. They're going to have a run-through for the Panthers to come through here as well. The Stuttgart Ricebird run-through, we've mentioned this several times, is new this year, has the big, fierce Ricebird with the number 1 on its jersey that kind of towers over the entrance to what I call looks like a Quonset hut type run-through. Exactly. And they really get that thing rocking. It'll have steam coming out of it, and all that's going to get started here in just a few minutes. We are about 6 minutes before the kickoff of tonight's game, so let's take one more real quick 1-minute timeout on the Freemeier's Best Brands Plus Ricebird pregame show. We'll be back for the start of tonight's game in 1 minute.
Freemeier's Best Brands Plus has been supporting Ricebirds athletics for 44 years in Stuttgart. We're honored to be a part of the Ricebirds tradition. Freemeier's has joined with some of the best brands in America, including Whirlpool, Maytag, KitchenAid, Lazy Boy, and Sealy, to be able to supply our customers with the best values. Now, Freemeier's has gone a step further with guaranteed price matching. If you need home furnishings, make sure you check with Freemeier's. Best brands, best prices, best people.
At Simmons Bank, we've been helping our customers' dreams come true since 1903. We have the products and services fit for you and the tools to help you manage your finances with ease and security. Whether you're saving and investing for the future, starting a new business, or buying a new home, we're with you every step of the way. Simmons Bank is proud to support Friday Night Football in Arkansas. Simmons Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
And we welcome you back to the Freemeier's Best Brands Plus Ricebird pregame show tonight from Mosley Stadium in Stuttgart. Cited tonight's 2-4A conference matchup between the Stuttgart Ricebirds and the Heber Springs Panthers. Yes, it is senior high football on a Thursday night. This is the only senior high game taking place tonight, to my knowledge, and that is so it can accommodate statewide television. Of course, for our Ricebird fans, all the games are on TV or your computer or your phone via YouTube Live. Just go to YouTube Live and type in EAB Sports Network Stuttgart Ricebirds, and you can watch tonight's game, or you can go back, Brent, and the nice thing about it, you can watch any of the games as many times as you want.
Absolutely. Yeah, some schools that do this, they might only keep the current game up, or only keep it up a few days, which I don't really understand that, because coaches, exchange film and all that anyway, so I don't really see what the purpose of that is. But yeah, you can go back and watch any Stuttgart Ricebird game from the past. So that is a fantastic thing to have right there. And what with our new equipment this year, it's one of the best in the state, I think.
Yeah, I have no doubt about that, Brent. And I've got to give lots of shout out to Chris Armstrong, Jonathan Watson for the great job that they do. And of course, back at the station, Elizabeth Barnett, Christian Johnston handling the board and all of our prep work back at the station. Appreciate them so much. It's a yeoman's effort to get all of this stuff coordinated when it comes to both radio and the video live stream, and a lot of folks don't realize the particular trick involved in making the audio and the video sync up.
Yeah,
and I think it really adds a lot to the live stream broadcast to be able to have the radio. A little bit over descriptive for those that are watching possibly, but still I think it makes it a very enjoyable time for Ricebird fans. Still waiting on the Ricebirds to come out of the locker room.
Yeah,
and
I think the game might start just a couple minutes late, just for the TV, to come on and make sure they're there. They come on at 7 and give them a minute or two to intro.
That's a great point. And I asked some of the other folks up here this evening about media timeouts, and they said, I'm sure they'll have those. And that's something that you and I aren't used to working with, Brent, because we kind of have to wing it. We don't know how long it's going to be between quarters, or we don't know how long a player is going to be down maybe with an injury or be shaken up, and those are all factors that go into going to a break. And invariably it seems like we'll go to a break, we think it's going to be maybe a minute long, and then they bring everybody back. Right. There's a big play that we miss, so we we try our best on that to keep that from happening. Boy, and I tell you, the longer we wait for the start here, the bigger the crowd on the field gets.
Yes,
there is a big crowd of students, and I got to tell you, Brent, last week's crowd at Southside was the 12th man.
Absolutely, yeah. It was the best of the year, and that was a road game. Yeah, they made a lot of noise, and they absolutely made a difference in the fourth quarter, kept those Ricebirds fired up and fueled that comeback.
Absolutely. Brent, we got the captains that are meeting out at the center of the field. Tell us who our captains are for tonight.
Right. For Southside, number 4, Easton Cusick, and 15, James Keenan Sneed for the Ricebirds. Number 2, Tymere Coppins, and 2 of the injured Ricebirds. Number 13, Arlie Lee, and 23, Jackson Robinson.
All right. They're having the coin toss at the center of the field. Here come the Ricebirds now as they load into the inflatable run-through. And as Brent mentioned, we're probably going to be just a few minutes late starting tonight. This game will be televised statewide on KARZ 42. And that has nothing to do with our broadcast here. That's a separate broadcast altogether. But glad to give certainly the Ricebirds as much exposure as possible statewide, and it's a great way to do it, as well as the Heber Springs Panthers as well.
Yeah, that's right. As you mentioned earlier, it's the only game in the state tonight, televised pretty much on statewide TV. I don't know, at the far corners of the state, can get it or not. But hey, everybody around the world can get our broadcast.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right.
It looks like, let's see, there is the coin toss. Looks like the Ricebirds will receive, and they will defend the north goal. There's a slight breeze. Well, we just kind of picked up a little bit now coming out of the northeast.
And it's turned out to be a beautiful evening, and I love the big puffy clouds around off in the distance. Of course, we have a great view of the skyline of Stuttgart, as well as all the surrounding area in the Grand Prairie, and it has turned out to be a beautiful evening here for football. Big run-through for the Ricebirds after they come out of their tunnel, Brent.
That's right. The cheerleaders run through tonight has a big football with a gold ribbon on it. It says Ricebirds tackle childhood cancer.
This is September, which is Childhood Cancer Awareness Month. The cheerleaders with their gold pom-poms. And, of course, we remember very much here at Mosley Stadium our friend and teammate Price, the Rock Hancock. Here come the Heber Springs Panthers through their run-through, following their cheerleaders with the big flag as well. Heber Springs Panthers tonight will be dressed in bright white with bright red helmets, red numbers. Going to be easy to pick up their numbers tonight, Brent.
It's a pretty good crowd from Heber there.
It is.
Across the way.
And the public address is getting the Ricebird crowd fired up. Smoke coming out. Here come the Ricebirds through the run-through. And a new feature as well, as there is going to be fireworks here at the stadium tonight.
Yeah.
The Ricebirds will be dressed in their maroon uniforms, maroon jerseys and pants, white numbers. Their helmets have the Flying Bird logo on the left side, a white stripe down the middle, and the jersey number on the right side. Fireworks at the stadium tonight is provided by design partners from Pine Bluff. My buddy Ray Gilbert has got that manned in the south end zone. Add a little extra flair to the ball game here tonight.
There they go.
It's the Heber Springs Panthers. It's the Stuttgart Ricebirds. It's 240 conference football.
And the Ricebirds return team is out. Back deep.
Daniel
for Stuttgart.
Daniel Poole and number 14, Joel Ledbetter. You have Cedric Hawkins, Cade Coates, and Contavious Daniels at that second level.
Good to see Cade Coates back out. Several that missed last week's game will be back. We'll talk about them throughout the night. Here's an onside kick attempt. Takes a very high bounce. It's going to be fielded by the Ricebirds. But I tell you, that was just about a perfect execution of the kick.
Yes, it was.
But also perfect fielding by the Ricebirds. Briar West.
Yeah, Lynn, he went up just as high as he could and high pointed that football and took a heavy hit by 3 or 4 Panthers, but he held on to that ball. The Ricebirds have it at the 46, great field position to start tonight's game.
Birds will be moving from the left to the right, from the north to the south here at Mosley Stadium. Wide side of the field will be the right side. Ball's on the far hash mark. Tymier Coppins, the quarterback. He sends Melnichuk in motion from the right side, hands to him on a speed sweep, turns the corner midfield, gets down inside of Heber Springs territory, about a yard short of a first down. Pick up a 9 for Melnichuk on the first play from scrimmage.
Yeah, nice gain by Landon on that speed sweep. He's going to have 9.
Second down and 1. Ball just shy of the 45-yard line of Heber Springs. Again, ball stays on the far hash mark, right in front of Brent and I's broadcast position. Take handoff into the line, nothing doing there. It's going to be a loss of a couple for Cedric Hawkins. Back to the 48-yard line. So it's going to bring up now 3rd down and 4 for the Ricebirds.
Yeah, that was number 24 that time, Hayden Johnson, getting into the Ricebird backfield and bringing down Hawkins for the 3-yard loss.
Birds break the huddle, come to the line. Ryan Kazires, the center, number 66. Tymier Coppins works with an empty backfield. 3 wide outs to the right. Sends Hawkins in motion from the left to the right. Looking, trying to turn. He cuts upfield, and he's going to have a first down. As he looked for the perfect little seam, and he said, I believe I'll go up that way. And he turned right into the line, and he had enough for a first down.
Yeah, he found just enough there to move the chains that time. As you mentioned, planted that foot, cut it right upfield, and gain of 4 on that run for Hawkins.
First down of the night for the Ricebirds. Opening possession just underway. 2 wide outs to the left, 1 to the right. Single back standing to the left of Coppins in the backfield. And Heber Springs jumps off sides. Jumping offside will be number 23 for the Panthers, and that is Jackson West.
Yeah, they were showing blitz that time, and Jackson just couldn't quite hold up when he came through the line and fell forward. And that's going to be an easy 5 yards for the Ricebirds. So they'll have it 1st and 5 now at the Heber Springs 39.
Just underway. Ricebirds now with the ball toward the near hash mark. Again, 2 wide outs to the left, 1 to the right. Wide side of the field is to the left. Cedric Hawkins is lined up to the right of Coppins. They stand up, look to the sideline. Now set. Back to pass, fires out a little screen pass, and it is dropped. Contavious Daniels got his hands on it and just couldn't get it hauled in.
Yeah, one of the D-backs for the Panthers that time flashed across in front of him right about the time that the ball got there and just interrupted him just enough to where he couldn't come down with the ball. So going to bring up 2nd down and 5. But if he catches that, Lynn, he's got a lot of room to run.
Absolutely right. Absolutely right. As Brent mentioned, 2nd down and 5 from the Heber Springs 39-yard line. No score, just underway. 3 wide outs now to the left. Hawkins lines up to the right, hands to him, trying to get the corner on the left side, and does. Has a first down now, cuts back towards the center of the field. He's got room. 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Ricebirds. Cedric Hawkins takes it the distance, and the Ricebirds strike first.
39 yards, Lynn. I'll tell you what, there aren't too many running backs in the state who can make that run right there. He took it around the left side, almost stopped dead still at the 25, cut back to the right, and then used all of his speed to make it into the end zone. A 39-yard touchdown run.
Jack Hossman on to attempt the PAT. The good snap, the good hold. The kick is up, and it's good. And the Ricebirds lead Heber Springs 7-0. Back with more Ricebird football in 30 seconds.
Thursday
Thursday night, October 7th, the eyes of the college football world will be on Centennial Bank Stadium as Butch Jones and the Red Wolves take on the highest-ranked team to ever come to Jonesboro, the Coastal Carolina Chanticleers. And you can be there for just $5. That's right, just $5 can get you in as the Red Wolves try to knock off a nationally ranked opponent in a game televised nationally on ESPN. Help make this game a sellout and the loudest game of the season. Come show the nation how we support our Red Wolves. Thursday, October 7th with kickoff at 6:30 as they take on nationally ranked Coastal Carolina. With every ticket on the east side of the stadium, just $5. And the first 1,000 fans into the stadium receive a complimentary Red Wolves flag. Make sure you're there for this historic night. To order tickets, go to astateredwolves.com or call 870-972-2781.
And we welcome you back to Mosley Stadium in Stuttgart, where the Stuttgart Ricebirds lead the Heber Springs Panthers 7-0. Ricebird football powered by Petrus in Stuttgart. 2 locations, 19th and Main for Chevrolet, Buick, and GMC. And across from Max Prairie Wings, Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram. Petrus powering tonight's Ricebird broadcast. Jack Hossman has it teed up, puts his foot into it, end-over-end kick. Going to be taken back at the 2-yard line on the run and back across the 10, the 15, the 20, and out to about the 22-yard line on the return, number 4 for the Panthers.
That is Easton Cusick, one of the captains tonight for the Panthers, and they will take over at the 22-yard line for their opening possession of the night, trailing 7-0 here. We're just underway. The first quarter, 9:24 left.
Cedric Hawkins' 39-yard touchdown. Jack Hossman's PAT give the Birds the early 7-0 lead. Here come the Heber Springs Panthers from the sideline to the line of scrimmage. Ball's on the near hash mark. There'll be wideouts on each side, a slot on the left, and now penalty marker before the snap, and looks like a procedure penalty coming up for the Panthers.
I believe so.
And this is going to back them up 5. It is illegal procedure. And that is going to back them up to the 17-yard line. 1st and 15. I know not the way that Coach Wood wanted to start off tonight.
Absolutely not.
First and 15 for the Panthers. They shift 2 from the right to the left,
and Cameron Harper just gave them their 5 yards back. Yeah, he sure did. He saw those 2 guys shift, and he got a little start of his own there.
Right back where we started.
Yep.
First down and 10 now for the Panthers. Ball again on the near hash mark. Wide side of the field is to the right. They're moving from the south to the north. The Panthers again shift 2 from the right to the left. Quarterback takes a snap, hands off into the line, and gets a little push out across the 25 to the 26-yard line. Going to be a gain of about 3 on the play, maybe 4.
And that was number 15, Sneed, on the carry. He's going to have about 3.5. We'll give him 4.
Line of scrimmage will be the Heber Springs 26-yard line. They send wide outs to the left and 2 to the right. Single back in the backfield, slot on the left. Quarterback calling signals, takes, hands off to the back in the backfield. A little bit of running room, so he gets a couple more yards out to about the 29-yard line. Harper in on the stop.
It's going to be about 3 on that time on the game for Parker Brown. Going to bring up 3rd down and a long 3 here for the Panthers.
Parker Brown is the bell cow for them on offense so far this year. Already 273 yards rushing. Heber Springs now to the line. 2 wideouts to the right, 1 to the left. Everybody stops, stands, looks to the sideline. Now they're set. Take again, hand off into the line, a brick wall.
Yes, absolutely a brick wall. That was number 62 in there. Bradley, Briar West. Contavious Daniels in there, no gain on that play.
Number 57, Zach Thomas, tried to clear out a little room there as the center, but boy, I'm telling you, nothing doing, and it's going to bring up now 4th down and 2 for the Panthers. Let's see what they choose to do. Deep in their own end of the field, ball at just shy of their own 30-yard line here on 4th down and 2.
Don't jump off sides, Ricebirds.
Still a pretty good little cross breeze as well. Now back in punting formation, standing at the 22. Gets a good punt off. Knuckleball. It's going to hit at the Ricebird 36 and take a Ricebird divot back to about the 41-yard line. Took a 5-yard divot backwards, and that's in the Ricebirds' favor. They'll have it 1st down and 10 now at their own 41-yard line. 7:20 to go, opening quarter. Ricebirds with a 7-0 lead over the Heber Springs Panthers.
Yeah, the Ricebird defense forces that 3 and out from the Panthers, and they're going to get the ball back at the 41 for their second position. Good field position again. 7:20 left in the first quarter, and the Ricebirds are looking to extend their lead.
Tymer Coppins working with an empty backfield. He's got 2 wide outs to the left, 2 to the right. Shotgun formation. Sends Melnichuk in motion. Hands to him. Melnichuk wants to pass. Look, he fires, and he's going for Cameron Harper, and it is complete at the 25-yard line of the Heber Springs Panthers. Ball took a little while to get there, Brent, but Cameron waited on it, and he out-wrestled the defender for it.
That's right. 34 yards. Melnichuk to Harper that time. Lennon Landon kind of slipped back there as well, but he kept his feet long enough to make that pass, and a big play for the Ricebirds on 1st down.
A nice job by Cameron, slowing up, waiting for the ball to get there. 1st and 10 for the Ricebirds from the 25 of Heber Springs. Ball's on the near hash mark. Hawkins standing to the left of Tymer Coppins. The Panthers show blitz, now back out. Back to pass, looking, lofting toward the end zone, and he had him, man, with a couple of steps on the defender. Could not haul it in. Joel Ledbetter stretched out as best he could, Brent, and just couldn't haul it in.
He sure did, Lynn. I thought there for a second that he was going to make that diving catch, but maybe the wind just might have got to it just a little bit.
I think you're exactly right.
Yeah, because he was open.
That wind is really kind of kicked up, as Brent mentioned, just right at kickoff. 2nd down and 10 for the Ricebirds from the 25 of Heber Springs. Takes, hands off Hawkins, gets hit in the backfield now, breaks free, gets down across the 20 and inside, going to have a gain close to 6 yards. Really, might have should have been a loss of 1 or 2.
Yeah, that's right. Pretty good penetration that time, but Hawkins juked and jived and spun his way down for a 6-yard gain on the play.
3rd down and 4 coming up for the Ricebirds from the 19-yard line of the Heber Springs Panthers. Birds in the red zone. For the first time tonight, they scored from 39 yards out earlier. 3 wide outs to the left, which is the wide side of the field. Tymer Coppins looks like he's changing the play. Shotgun formation, takes a snap, rolls to his left. Looks like he's going to keep it. Tucks it down, breaks a tackle. 15, 10, inside the 10, down close to the 5. That's going to bring up a 1st down and goal to go for the Ricebirds.
Yeah, Tymer Coppins on the quarterback keeper or around the left side, picked up some blocks and picked up a big 1st down to the 8, 11 yards.
1st down, goal to go for the Ricebird. Ball's now on the far hash mark. Again, here in the first quarter, the Ricebirds working from the left to the right on your radio dial, which is from the north to the south here at Mosley Stadium on the Grand Prairie in Stuttgart, on what has turned out to be a delightful night for high school football.
Pretty good crowd here on the home side as well.
Both bands are here as well. We'll talk about more of them a little bit later on tonight. Now, a penalty marker before the snap thrown from the gentleman in the white hat behind the offense. Let's see.
I believe the Ricebirds had too many men on the field. Ricebirds have 1 coming off now and nobody else going on, so that would be,
that would be too many men on the field. That's right.
So that's going to back them up to the 13. 1st down and goal now from the 13.
1 wide out to the right, Joel Ledbetter. 1 to the left. Back to handoff into the line, twisting, turning. Daniel Poole down to the 10-yard line. maybe just shy of the 10. Let's see where they set the ball down.
That's going to be, I think it's at the
11-yard line.
Yeah.
Second down now and goal to go from the 11. Remember, we had a penalty that backed the Ricebirds from the 7 out to the 12. Second down, goal to go. Ricebirds, wideouts on each side. Takes hands into the line. Daniel Poole again breaks a tackle at the line, powers his way down to about the 7-yard line. It's going to bring up now third down and goal to go for the Ricebirds from the Heber Springs 7. 5:04 to go, opening quarter. Stuttgart with a 7-0 lead, looking to add in the Heber Springs red zone.
Cedric Hawkins checks back in. Well, he is now out as a wideout. Daniel Poole in the backfield. Third down and goal from the 7.
Calling signals. Now looking to the sideline. Moves Poole from the left side to the right side. Takes the snap. Lofts it towards the corner of the end zone for Ledbetter. He's got it. Touchdown, Ricebirds. Joel Ledbetter hauls it in, and the Ricebirds stretch their lead.
Boy, and what a fantastic job by Joel that time, Lynn, with the toe tap just to get his feet in there. Just a great throw by Coppins, and Ledbetter with a nice catch and the toe tap, and the Ricebirds are on the board again for their second touchdown of the first quarter. Jack Hausman on to kick the PAT.
Maddox is the holder. Good snap, good hold. Kick is up, and it is no good. It is no good, so the Ricebirds lead stays 13-0. Jack is so good that the scoreboard operator already put the extra point up.
So. Automatic, yeah.
Ricebirds lead 13-0. Back with more Ricebird football in 30 seconds.
No appointment? No problem. If you need medical care right away, visit Urgent Care of Stuttgart, where you can walk in without an appointment and get help without a long wait for a wide variety of illnesses and injuries, from stitches and broken bones to allergies and colds. Urgent Care of Stuttgart is conveniently located at 22nd and Park Avenue. Clinic hours are Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. For more, visit Facebook.com/Urgent Care Stuttgart or call 870-672-0911. Urgent Care of Stuttgart at 22nd and Park Avenue. Get sick, get seen today.
And welcome back to Mosley Stadium in Stuttgart for Ricebird football, powered by Petrus in Stuttgart. Hey, you got to go by Petrus Chevrolet Buick GMC on 19th and Main. They have traded for what a lot of people call a unicorn. It's a 20 model GMC Sierra 1500. It's the AT4 package, only 22,000 miles on it. It's got everything on it, including those Bluetooth kicker speakers in the tailgate. How much better could you get the tailgate than have your speakers? You can get it at Petrus Chevrolet Buick GMC, 19th and Main in Stuttgart. Petrus powering tonight's Ricebird broadcast. Hausman's kick low, end over end, and it is going to be returned back to about the 35-yard line. On the return, I believe, was number 27, Parker Brown.
Yes, it was. Parker Brown again. On the return for the Heber Springs Panthers, they will set up for their second possession of the night in much better field position than what they had their first time. They're at their own 35 here with 4:26 left in the first quarter. The Ricebirds with a 2-touchdown lead.
First down and 10 for the Panthers from their own 35-yard line. Ball's on the far hash mark. Panthers moving from the right to the left. Quarterback takes, rolls to his right, and he's being pursued, and he's going to be dropped for a loss back at the 32-yard line. Nice job defensively by the Ricebirds.
Yeah, Briar West, Melanchuk out there, Levante Clark, Cameron Harper, a host of Ricebirds out there. It's going to be a loss of 2.
Moves it back to the 33-yard line. 4 minutes to go, opening quarter. Ricebirds with a 13-0 lead over the Heber Springs Panthers. Heber Springs band sounding good across the way. Nice crowd made it down from Cleveland County here tonight. 2 wideouts to each side. Single back in the backfield. Quarterback back to pass. Fires over the middle. Incomplete. Defended back there by Kendrick Hawkins, number 8. Kendrick kind of comes up pulling his, or kind of favoring, maybe a hamstring a little bit there, but he's walked it off and he looks fine. Incomplete. Third down and 12 now coming up for the Panthers.
And the quarterback that time took a ferocious hit by by, I believe it was Clark back there, just as he let go of the ball. But he hopped back up, to his credit, because Levante laid it on him.
3rd down and 12 for the Panthers, getting the play in from the sideline. Lindley, the quarterback, he's being chased now. The ball's knocked out. Ricebirds picking up. Levante Clark, scoop and scored. Touchdown, Ricebirds. Levante Clark.
Briar West chases down the quarterback, Lindley, from the backside, and as he's making the tackle, the ball comes out. Levante Clark is right there, picks it up, and makes his way into the end zone. The Ricebirds with their 3rd touchdown in the first quarter. We still got 3:26 left.
Ricebirds, Jack Hossman on to attempt the PAT. Maddox is the holder. Waiting for the official to signal the ball ready for play. There we go. There's the whistle. A little bit of a high snap. Ricebirds a little razzle-dazzle, going to go for 2. Melnichuk fires towards the end zone. Complete. A.J. Higgins hauls it in, and the Ricebirds get 2 and lead 21-0 over the Heber Springs Panthers. We'll talk about that 2-point conversion play when we're back in 30 seconds. You're listening to Ricebird Football on Country 97.3 FM, part of the EAB Sports Network.
Bigger bonuses, increased starting pay. Lennox Industries has positions to fill and is now offering brand new seasonal shift incentives. Hiring bonuses from $2,000 to $2,500. Starting pay from $15.50 to $16 an hour. Plus excellent benefits, including full medical benefits and an on-site clinic for employees and their families. Come join the Lennox team, the leading HVAC company in America. Call 870-672-8161 or apply online at lennoxinternational.com/careers. Lennox Industries is an equal opportunity employer.
And we welcome you back to Mosley Stadium in Stuttgart. Site of tonight's 2-4A conference matchup on a special Thursday edition. I'm Lynn Keller sitting alongside Brent Whitman. Glad to have you joining us for Ricebird Football, powered by Petrus in Stuttgart. 2 locations, 19th and Main, for Chevrolet, Buick, and GMC. And, of course, out across from Max Prairie Wings, Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram. It's Petrus Auto Sales. Petrus powering tonight's Ricebird broadcast. Jack Hossman has it teed up, moves up, puts his foot into it, end-over-end kick, and it's going to be taken at the 6, back across the 10, the 15, the 20, and tripped up, but keeps his feet.
Going,
now we got a penalty marker down at about the 33-yard line over there. Let's see what that is. Brent, how about that 2-point conversion?
Boy, absolutely, Lynn. The holder that time took the snap, pitched it to Melnichuk, who kind of peeled back out to his right, and he had a couple of Ricebirds open that time in the end zone and put it right on the money to A.J. Higgins in the corner.
Absolutely. Outstanding 2-point conversion for the Ricebirds, and that sets the mark 21-0.
Ricebirds out to a fantastic start tonight, Lynn. You know, and maybe that fourth quarter last week kind of, shook off the cobwebs and kind of got the swag back in the Ricebird defense there, because boy, they are playing lights out tonight.
They are. Still waiting for an official word on the flag. And it looks like he's making his way, and it is a personal foul targeting against the Ricebirds.
Boy, that flag was thrown well before the tackle.
And hadn't been marked off yet. Yeah, the flag's thrown at the 32. The play was well behind.
Yes, it was, yeah.
So yeah. I don't.
After the penalty, the ball will be marked off at the 43-yard line of the Panthers, which is where they'll be.
Just did not see that, and they don't, obviously, with no audio, we don't know who the player it was called against. Here comes Heber Springs, best field position of the night from their own 43-yard line, back to pass, and a lot of pressure, and going to be sacked by the Ricebirds.
Briar West again, Lynn. He has been in on I think, every tackle tonight that the Panthers have had the ball. He just came right up the middle that time. It's going to be a big loss of about 8. Wow.
All the way back to the 35-yard line. They've got to get to the Ricebird 47 for a first down. Second down, 18 coming up now for the Heber Springs Panthers. 2:45 to go, opening quarter. Ricebirds with a 21-0 lead. Handoff into the line, running room, and across the 40 out to the 42. Gets most of the lost yardage back.
Yeah, it's going to be a gain of about 7 for Brown. He had a hole there for just a minute, and he squeezed through it for a gain of 7.
He did. A nice run by Brown, and it's going to bring up now 3rd down and 11 for the Heber Springs Panthers. Ball's on the far hash mark. Panthers here in the first quarter, moving from the south to the north, from the right to the left. 2 wide outs to the left, 1 to the right. Handoff into the line, and a little bit of forward push is going to have about 2 yards. Now we've got a late penalty flag coming in, thrown here on the near sideline, and looks like this is going to be possibly a holding call. Well, if I can read the official from his backside here.
It was thrown right here in front of the Ricebird bench. I'm wondering if that might be a sideline warning. And that's what, yep.
That is a sideline warning.
So that will be no mark off.
Gain on the play was to the 45-yard line. Brings up 4th down.
And it's 4th down and 8 now.
And the quarterback did the punting the last time, Alexander Lindley, number 6. Let's see if he steps back. He is just in shotgun formation with 3 wide outs to the left, 1 to the right.
Not stepping back yet.
No, he's not. And there's a penalty marker before the snap, illegal procedure, and this might help change Coach Wood's mind.
I think so. But I tell you what, Lynn, Levante Clark on this right end spot they are having a hard time blocking him. He is just blowing up his man and getting into the backfield every play.
Levante, of course, missed last week's game, and I know he's glad to be back out there tonight. And, of course, Ricebird fans glad to see him out there as well. Here comes Heber Springs again. 3 wide outs to the left, 1 to the right. Quarterback shotgun formation, back to pass. Looking, fires across the middle, overthrows the intended receiver, number 27, Parker Brown. And the Ricebirds will take over on downs. I thought the Ricebirds may have a shot at a pick, but probably wouldn't have been the best thing to do at that point.
You're right. Yeah, Brown kind of slowed down that time on the route, gave up on it, but I don't think it would have mattered because the pass was well overthrown on that play, and the Ricebirds will start off in their best field position of the night at the Heber Springs 40 here, looking for their 4th touchdown in the first quarter. We still have 1:14 left.
Of course, I want to mention again some great fireworks displays after the touchdowns. We've had 3 already.
Yes.
So fireworks are by design partners out of Pine Bluff, doing a great job. Ray Gilbert down there in the end zone, keeping the Ricebird crowd fired up with those fireworks. Here come the Ricebirds with 2 wideouts to the right that are stacked, and now penalty markers all over the field.
Timeout.
And timeout Stuttgart. So pick up the penalty markers, and the Ricebirds take a timeout. Let's take a quick 30-second timeout with them. You're listening to Ricebird Football on Country 97.3 FM. We're part of the EAB Sports Network.
Arkansas-owned EAB, East Arkansas Broadcasters. This is Country 97.3 KDEW. DeWitt, Stuttgart. Country 97.3.
If you're push mowing your yard using an inefficient lawn tractor, or your current zero-turn spends more time in the shop than mowing your grass, it's time you look at a Hustler zero-turn lawnmower. Residential mowers from Hustler are built like tanks and drive like sports cars. All Hustler mowers have fabricated welded steel decks. Don't settle on cheap units with flimsy stamped decks from big box stores. Come see Karen Lindley or Justin Cheshire at Prairie Implement Company, and they'll guide you to the right mower for your property and your budget. Find Prairie Implement at 1000 Highway 79 in Stuttgart.
Welcome back to Mosley Stadium in Stuttgart. I'm Lynn Keller sitting alongside Brent Whitman. Glad to have you join us for Ricebird football. 50 seconds to go in the opening quarter. Stuttgart with a 21-0 lead over Heber Springs. The Ricebirds with the ball at the Heber Springs 40-yard line. First down and 10. Tymere Coppins back the pass. Looks, fires across the middle. He's got Cedric Hawkins completed the 20, 15, 10. They're not going to catch him. Touchdown, Seahawk. Cedric Hawkins hauls it in, and the Ricebirds stretch their lead.
40 yards, Lynn, and Cedric Hawkins right down the hash mark, wide open. Kind of gave one little limp leg move there to the D-back, turned him around, and nobody touched him as he made his way into the end zone. 40 yards, it doesn't get much easier than that. Coppins to Hawkins.
Hossman on to attempt the PAT. Maddox is the holder. Good snap, good hold, kick is up, it looks good, and it is. And the Stuttgart Ricebirds lead the Heber Springs Panthers 28-0 as the fireworks go off here at Mosley Stadium. Back with more Ricebird football in 30 seconds.
Producers Rice Mill in Stuttgart is proud to sponsor this broadcast of Ricebird Sports. Producers is here for you year-round, providing the hometown service you desire. Producers supports community activities and is proud to be a part of the Grand Prairie. If you're enjoying this broadcast of Ricebird Sports, let our sponsors know, because without their support, this broadcast would not be possible. Producers Rice Mill in Stuttgart, supporting the community and Ricebird Sports.
And we welcome you back to Mosley Stadium in Stuttgart. With 41 seconds to go here in the first quarter, the Ricebirds with a 28-0 lead. Ricebird football powered by Petrus in Stuttgart. Hey, out at Petrus Auto Sales across from Max, they've got a Bighorn Ram in stock. That's a Ram 1500 crew cab 4-wheel drive. That's the Ricebird red metallic, nicely equipped. And get this, 0% APR for 72 months. You can't beat that. You can't beat the deals. That's Petrus Auto Sales across from Max Prairie Wings, Highway 63 North in Stuttgart. Jack Hossman has it teed up, drills it right down central, and it's going to be fielded on one knee by Jackson West at the 28-yard line, and that's where Heber Springs will start this possession with 39 seconds to go here in the opening quarter.
And it's been all Ricebirds in the opening quarter here, and it was offsides on the Ricebirds.
I missed that flag. It is.
I did too.
The Ricebirds will have to tee it up now from the 35-yard line and try it again. Thing about Jack is he'll pretty well place it wherever you'd like to have
That's
it.
right. That's
you
right.
want to kick it down to the goal line, he'll put it there. You want an onside kick, he can do that. He's your one-stop shop for special teams. That's Jack Hossman.
That's right. Jack has it teed up again.
Here we go. And he's going to put his foot into it, drill it a little further this time, down to the 15. It's going to be taken by Brown across the 20, gets out to the 30 and about the 31-yard line, and that's going to do it. And on special team stop out there for the Ricebirds, looks like number 16, Kentavian Daniels.
That's right, Kentavian Daniels, man, he plays great on special teams last year and just picked up right where he left off. Kentavian Daniels and Yair Hernandez always around the ball on special teams.
Absolutely. Special teams player of the week last week, though, was Cameron Harper for his block kick against Southside Batesville. Players of the week for Coach Price, honored at Rotary Club every Tuesday. And we've got a Heber Springs Panther a little bit late checking in there. That's number 61, Blaze Emerson, and Blaze takes his place, and here come the Panthers with 4 wideouts, 2 on each side. Quick pass out in the flats, complete. Going to be a short gain of maybe a yard, and that's going to do it. Nice coverage out there by the Ricebirds.
Yep, not much. I think it's going to be no gain. I think the pass was complete. I think that was Cusick, number 4. Yeah, they're going to give him 1 yard, so second down 9.
From the 32-yard line of Heber Springs, clock is moving, and that's going to do it for the first quarter. We've got one in the books. It's been all Stuttgart Ricebirds so far tonight. They lead the Heber Springs Panthers 28-0. Back with second quarter action in 1 minute.
You're busy. You have a family to take care of. And sometimes the only space you get to think is while in the bathroom late at night. We get it. That's why at Coker Hampton Drug Company and Gift Shop, you can call or text our gift shop at 870-659-0777 whenever you think of what you need. If it's after hours, we'll get back to you first thing in the morning, so you don't have to remember to call us again. You can also shop us online at shop.cokerhampton.com and receive all the same convenient services as shopping in store. Gift wrap, curbside pickup, delivery, or shipping. So the next time you need a gift or something for yourself or you're looking for an item you saw on our social media, call or text us. Save it in your phone. That's 870-659-0777. We really don't mind those after hours or early morning calls. We'll get back to you so you can cross that item off of your list. Or go to shop.cokerhampton.com and enjoy all the perks of shopping us in person. You may want to come in to smell the candles, though. Coker Hampton Drug Company and Gift Shop at 218 South Main in downtown Stuttgart. 870-659-0777 and shop.cokerhampton.com.
Welcome back to Ned Mosley Stadium in Stuttgart for Ricebird football. We're getting set now for the second quarter of action. I'm Lynn Keller sitting alongside Brent Whitman. The Ricebirds lead 28-0. And Heber Springs with the ball, changing ends of the field. They'll be moving here in the second quarter from the north to the south. That's from the left to the right on your radio dial for those of you listening on Country 97.3 FM. Heber Springs Panthers in bright white uniforms with bright red helmets, little red trim, red numbers. Ricebirds in all maroon with white trim. Quarterback pitches out to Brown on the left side. Brown turns the corner. Maybe the biggest gain of the night for the Heber Springs Panthers, Brent, as they move the ball out to about the 38-yard line, about 2 yards shy of a first down. It's going to bring up now 3rd down and 2.
They have 5 carries tonight for Brown, 20 yards, 7 on that run. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 2.
Also have a battle of the bands out here tonight. Heber Springs Bands is here, sounding great. Ricebird Band here on the track, sounding great as well. Good crowd on hand for special Thursday night edition of Ricebird football. Handoff into the line. First down for Heber Springs. And, Brent, I think that's the first down of the night for the Panthers.
Yes, it is. That's their first down of the night. It's going to be a gain of 6 on the play.
Nice job blocking out there ahead. Number 58, Corbin Jones, 6'2", 208-pounder for the Heber Springs Panthers. Did a nice job clearing a little path for the running back, and that set up a first down for the Panthers at their own 45-yard line. 10:58 to go here in the first half. Ricebirds with a 28-0 lead. The Heber Springs Panthers with everybody in tight. And a little pitch around the corner, running room, and another first down into Ricebird territory.
11 yards that time for Brown, and the Panthers are now on the move. They found a little success on the ground. They are into Ricebird territory, as Lynn mentioned.
Line doing a nice job for the Panthers. Their quarterback, number 6, Xander Lindley. Everybody's looking to the sidelines, and they huddle up right at the line of scrimmage, break the huddle, and they're there. Everybody's in tight. Send a man in motion. Brown, a fake to him. Going to hand to the back coming from the right side, and going to razzle-dazzle for about 2 yards down to the Ricebird 42-yard line.
Yep, that was a pass as well, I believe.
It was. That's exactly right.
That was number 18, Dalton Yancey, on the catch. Going to be a gain of about 2.
Ricebirds, DeAndre Starks checking out. Here come the Panthers on 2nd down and 8 from the Stuttgart 42-yard line. 9:44 to go first half. 3 wideouts, 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Going to hand off to Brown in the backfield, and hello, Mr. Cameron Harper.
Cameron Harper was almost there to take the handoff that time. He was right on top of Brown. It's going to be a loss of 3.
Back to the 45-yard line. Mercy sakes alive.
He was like he was shot out of a cannon. He was on top of Brown in a hurry.
I'm telling you, that Ricebird defense has been on fire here tonight. 3rd down and 11 for Heber Springs. Ball is toward the far hash mark as the Panthers head south. A little bit of a breeze sort of behind them. Quarterback Lindley and whistles and timeout Heber Springs. Coach Wood wants to talk about it, so let's take a quick 30-second timeout with him. You're listening to Ricebird football on Country 97.3 FM, part of the EAB Sports Network.
Leah Williams with Thompson Trice Realty invites you to tour an adorable and affordable 3-bedroom, 1-bath home at 804 West 11th Street in Stuttgart. The charm is evident from the street and carries through to the inside, where many updates have been completed. The open floor plan is perfect for family and entertaining. Listed at $78,000, the payments would be less than rent. To tour 804 West 11th in Stuttgart, call Leah at 870-830-1319 or any of the 12 agents at Thompson Trice Realty. We hold the key.
And we welcome you back to Ned Mosley Stadium on the campus of Stuttgart High School in Stuttgart, Arkansas for Ricebird football tonight. The Ricebirds hosting the Heber Springs Panthers in a 2-4A conference matchup. And with 8:58 to go in the first half, the Stuttgart Ricebirds lead the Panthers 28-0. Panthers with the ball now, 3rd down and 11, coming out of a timeout. They've got the ball at the Stuttgart 45-yard line. Quickly snapping the ball. Quarterback rolls to his left, looks, fires, and just beyond the reach of the intended receiver. I believe that was Cusick back there. Tymer Coppins in on the coverage. Looked like he got both hands on it, Brent.
Yeah, he did.
But
it was
just
a little high.
And he just couldn't haul it in.
And then they got the shove, I think, from Coppins there and kind of dislodged him from the ball. It's going to bring up 4th down and 11 now for the Panthers.
Clock stops with the incompletion. 8:52 to go here in the first half. Again, the Ricebirds with a 28-0 lead over the Panthers. The Panthers had accidentally kicked the ball, and they're setting it back now at the 45-yard line. Now we're set. 2 wide outs to the right, which is the wide side of the field. 1 to the left, and punting on 4th and 11. Coppins is going to take it at the 15 and retreats all the way back to the 11, and he is going to be brought down at the 16-yard line. Just couldn't shake the leg grasp of number 18 for the Panthers, Dalton Yancey.
No, but with that catch, Lynn, I think he saved some yardage.
Could very well have.
Yeah, because that was going to take a Heber roll, and could have gone all the way back inside the 10. So the worst starting field position of the night for the Ricebirds at their own 17.
1st down and 10. Ricebirds are going to send 3 wide outs to the right. Single back in the backfield, standing to the left of Coppins, the quarterback. Ball's on the near hash mark. Ricebirds in all maroon with white trim. Sends Hawkins out of the backfield in motion to the right. Snap, fires out, complete at the 14, back out across the 20.
I think that's Prince
O'Neal. Is Prince O'Neal on the reception.
Steps out of bounds near the 22-yard line.
A long pass that time from Coppins from the left hash all the way across the field to the numbers. Gain of 5 on 1st down.
2nd down, 5 coming up the Ricebirds. They've got it at their own 22-yard line. 8:34 to go. Clock stopped as the ball goes out of bounds. 2 wide outs to the left. That's Ledbetter and Hossman. In motion is Prince O'Neal. Take hand. Hawkins over the right side. Running room. He gets tripped up at the 30-yard line and comes down at the 34. Oh, and he was a shoelace from taking that one to the house, Brent.
He was, Lynn. I think he saw 6 in his eyes that time. Just quite couldn't get through the linebackers free there, or I believe he would have had 6.
Nonetheless, he picks up a 1st down for the Ricebirds at their own 34-yard line. Ball stays on the far hash mark. Birds moving toward the concession stand area here at Mosley Stadium, headed north. 2 wide outs to the left, 1 to the right. Takes a snap, rolls to his left, looking, now fires and underthrows Jack Hossman. Intended receiver, Jack was down about the 44-yard line, which would have been good enough for a 1st down at that point, but ball well underthrown. Defended nicely out there as well by number 8, Hayden Davis, for the Heber Springs Panthers. 2nd down, 10 coming up for the Birds.
Yeah, 8:15 left to go here in the first half of action. The Ricebirds have had 4 possessions. They scored a touchdown on all 4. This is their 5th possession. And this would be their longest drive of the game, starting from their own 17.
Ryan Kazire, the center, over the ball. Set to snap. Snap. Handoff coming to the near side. Daniel Poole breaks into the clear at midfield. They're not going to catch him. 30, 20, 10, touchdown, Ricebirds, Daniel Poole.
Boy, 2 or 3 broken tackles that time by Daniel Poole, Lee, and then once he got free, as you said, they're not going to catch him. 61 yards. What speed on display there by number 4, Daniel Poole, and the Ricebirds are on the board for their 5th touchdown of the night, putting on an offensive display here tonight in front of the home crowd on Thursday.
Hossman on to attempt his PAT. Jacob Maddox is the holder. Good snap, good hold. Kick is up, and it is good. And the Stuttgart Ricebirds lead the Heber Springs Panthers 35-0 with 8:01 to go in the first half. Back with more Ricebird football in 30 seconds.
Etc. is turning to fall with new clothing arrivals in the gift shop and new comforting casseroles in their grab-and-go freezer. Etc. Your gift shop and lunchtime eatery on South Main in Stuttgart has lots of new arrivals, including Ricebirds jewelry, splatterware inspired by vintage enamelware, Carmi soup and dip mixes like jalapeno ranch dip and cheese ball mix, key lime pie cheesecake dip, tasty taco soup, and chicken enchilada soup. At Etc. you can enjoy freshly made mouth-watering paninis, specialty sandwiches, soups, salads, and desserts Tuesday through Saturday in an easygoing and relaxed downtown atmosphere. Etc. has keto options and daily specials that you can order now using the Wait R app for lunchtime deliveries. Check out the new fall casseroles in the grab-and-go freezer and keep Etc. in mind for your holiday and special occasion menus. Shop home decor, apparel, jewelry, and more with gift wrap available at Etc. 314 South Main in downtown Stuttgart. Follow them on Facebook for daily specials and new arrivals and call 672-7797 for carryout.
Welcome back to Mosley Stadium in Stuttgart, where the Ricebirds have extended their lead 35-0 over Heber Springs. 8:01 to go here in the first half. Hossman's kick is going to be fielded at about the 30 and back to the 35-yard line is going to do it on the return. Number 23, Jackson West for the Panthers, and the Heber Springs Panthers will have it first down and 10 at the 36-yard line. Daniel Poole's electrifying 61-yard touchdown run. Brenny kind of ran through some flack close to the line. But boy, when he got into that secondary, you just knew it was all over.
Absolutely, Lynn. Once he broke free, we knew that nobody was going to catch him, and he actually ran away from two or three Panthers there.
Hossman put the cap on it, and the Birds with a 35-0 lead. 7:55 to go here in the first half. Heber Springs to the line, 2 wide outs to the left, 1 to the right. Send a man in motion out of the backfield. Pitch to Brown. Brown trying to get the corner on the left side, and the Ricebirds wrap him up about 2 yards downfield. Daniel Poole again, that time on the stop.
And that's right, not much there, about 3. Looked like he was going to have more. But boy, our Ricebird defense closed on him quickly. 9 carries, 37 yards for Brown so far in the game.
Special Thursday night edition of Ricebird football coming to you tonight from Mosley Stadium in Stuttgart. It's Thursday night football to accommodate the Fearless Friday game of the week on KARZ 42. That's why we're playing on Thursday night, and the Ricebirds getting some great exposure. Quarterback with a busted play is going to keep it, and he's going to end up with a couple of yards. Crosses the 40 out to the 41-yard line.
Yeah, he's going to pick up a couple. Not really sure what happened there. Brown actually turned around, put his back to the quarterback that time, and the quarterback said, well, I guess I'll just keep it myself. And 3rd down and about 6.
And it could have turned out worse. He ended up getting a couple of yards, moves it across the 40 to the 41. 3rd down and a long 5 now for the Panthers. 2 wide outs to the left, 1 to the right. Handoff to Brown in the backfield, and boy, there is nothing doing.
Well, there was Cade Coates was right there to meet him as he came through the line of scrimmage, gain of maybe 1, and that's it.
Cade, another one of the players that did not play last week. Had a little illness run through the team last week, and a couple of situations where ended up with 4 starters down, a little quarantine situation as well. So good to have 4 of those guys back.
Absolutely.
4th down and 4 for the Panthers. And the punt, it's going to be blocked. It's going to hit at the
and I believe
48-yard line, and I think
Cameron Harper got a hand on that one. I think he did. He got a fingertip on it that time.
That one didn't go backwards for the first time.
It didn't. But hey, we'll take it. Cameron Harper again getting in there on the special teams, and the Ricebirds will have it at the 45. 5:54 left here in the second quarter. Ricebirds with the 35-0 lead. It looks like we're going to have Landon Melanchuk in at quarterback maybe for the Ricebirds here, and we're going to see
A.J. Higgins is running back.
That's right. We're going to see a few Ricebird reserves here.
5:54 to go in the first half. Tell you what, the Ricebirds have gone through the fireworks tonight. Nice handoff, Higgins. Look at the power running out towards midfield.
A.J. Higgins with 6 yards. I'll tell you what, the Ricebirds backfield doesn't really step down a notch at all. I mean, when you get A.J. Higgins back there, because he is more than a capable runner, good tough runner. The junior A.J. Higgins with 6 yards on first down.
Second down and 4 for the Ricebirds from the midfield stripe. Melanchuk takes, hands off, Higgins over the right side, running room, first down and more. Keeps on his feet, still breaking tackles inside the 40 down to the 38-yard line. A.J. Higgins.
11 yards on that carry for A.J. 2 carries, 17 yards, just kind of picking his way through the Panther defense. And that's going to be a Ricebird first down inside the Heber Springs 40-yard line as we roll close to 5 minutes remaining in the first half. The Ricebird with a 35-0 lead.
Ryan Kazires, the center. Kneels over the ball. 3 wide outs to the left. Slot on the right. Handoff, Higgins again. Right side, dancing around, finding a seam and getting big yards inside the 35 down to the 32. A.J. Higgins with another great run.
Yeah, gain of 6 of that time for Higgins. Nice gain on first down.
Second down and 4 for the Ricebirds from the Heber Springs 32-yard line. 4:25 to go in the first half. Ricebirds in command, 35-0 over the Heber Springs Panthers in this big 2-4A conference matchup. 3 wide outs to the left for the Ricebirds. Landon Melanchuk at quarterback. Since Kobe Bryant in motion from the right to the left. Hands off, Higgins again into the line. Boy, he doesn't want to go down. Powers his way to the 31.
I'm going to pick up about a yard at that time. Third down and about 3 for the Ricebirds.
3:48 to go, first half. Ricebirds in all maroon with white trim. The Heber Springs Panthers, bright white with bright red helmets and red numbers, easy numbers to see on their uniforms. Third down, a long 3 for the Ricebirds. This time, Melanchuk's going to keep it over the left side, running room. 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. They catch him at the 5 and sling him down at the 4. First and goal to go coming up. Landon Melanchuk on the carry.
27 yards. That time, Melanchuk looked like he was going to go for just a minute. Couldn't get by that last Panther, though, and he gets tackled up to 4, and the Ricebirds are knocking on the door for their 6th touchdown of the night.
Boy, just a steady dose of A.J. Higgins there, Brent, and all of a sudden he just pulls it out of A.J.'s belly, cuts it over the left side. Nobody home for the Panthers, and A.J. turns it in to a first and goal to go from the 4. Takes a snap. Hands Higgins. Higgins over the right side, digging toward the end zone. Is he in? Oh, they say he stopped just shy of the goal line.
Looked like he was in from here, but the referee's got a little bit better view than we do, and they're going to mark him down just shy of the goal line.
By the ball's length,
yep.
The Ricebirds are shy of the Heber Springs goal. Cade Coach checks out for the Ricebirds.
I would be shocked if we see anybody else carry the ball here at the number 44. Give him one more shot at the end zone.
Absolutely. A.J. Higgins lined up to the left. Hand off. He's into the end zone. Touchdown. No doubt about it. A.J. Higgins for 6.
A.J. Higgins from 1 yard out. He had 7 carries, 34 yards on that drive. The other 27 yards was Landon Melnichuk on the quarterback keeper, and the Ricebirds have opened up a 41-0 lead with Jack Hossman on for the PAT here. 2:27 left in the first half.
There's the kick. It's up, and it is good. And the Stuttgart Ricebirds stretch their lead 42-0 over the Heber Springs Panthers with 2:27 to go in the first half. We are back with more Stuttgart Ricebird football in 30 seconds.
Time for an oil change? What about a new battery? Harry's Rapid Lube in Stuttgart has you covered. At Harry's Rapid Lube, they have GM Dexos certified oil along with quality Pennzoil, and they can change your air filter and windshield wipers and even replace your rundown battery with an interstate battery. You don't need an appointment. Just drive in. For quality service, for quality people, see Harry's Rapid Lube at 2208 South Timber in Stuttgart or phone 672-7200. Open Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 5 p.m.
And we welcome you back to Mosley Stadium in Stuttgart, where the Stuttgart Ricebirds lead the Heber Springs Panthers by a score of 42-0. I'm Lynn Keller along with Brent Whitman. Glad to have you join us for Ricebird football tonight, powered by Petrus in Stuttgart. Hey, consider some great trade-ins as well as look at this, a 2011 GMC Yukon SLT two-wheel drive, only 74,000 miles, local one owner that we sold new right here at Petrus. It's a great value. What a great way to load up the whole family and go to your favorite ball game. That's a 2011 GMC Yukon at Petrus Auto Sales out across from Max Prairie Wings in Stuttgart. Petrus powering tonight's Ricebird broadcast. Jack Hossman kicks it off. It's going to be returned by number 27, Parker Brown. Gets out across the 25 to the 26, and the Panthers will have it first down and 10.
And Brown that time, Lynn, I think he didn't want any part of the special teams that time. He was kind of heading toward the sideline there as fast as he could get there, and takes it out at the 26. We have 2:21 left to go here in the first half, and it's going to be a quick second half tonight, Lynn, as we have the sportsmanship rule will be in effect tonight.
That starts at the second half.
Yep.
Fireworks tonight, design partners out of Pine Bluff, and sponsored by Wilkerson Jewelers. Wilkerson Jewelers sponsoring that new segment of excitement here tonight. Fireworks as the Ricebirds came out of the tunnel, and fireworks after every score. And I'm telling you what, they've kept the sky lit up, Brent.
Yeah, they sure have. They're using up every firework that they brought over here so far tonight. With the 42-0 Ricebird lead, we have a timeout here.
Timeout. I believe that was Heber Springs, if I'm not mistaken, called the timeout.
Stuttgart's down to 1 on the board.
Okay.
And Heber called one earlier, I think.
Yep, they did. Timeout. Let's just keep it right here. Want to mention again for those of you that are so loyal and stay with us and listen to our post-game show and want to know what happened last week. We were just about a minute into the post-game show, and then that's it.
Yeah, that's it. Lights out for us from Southside Batesville. Now, they still had the lights on in the stadium. They were cleaning up, but for some reason, they cut the lights off in the press box to us.
On the visitors' press box.
Yes.
The lights were still on the home side press box.
They did, but that's okay. You know, I'll take a win, you know, and, you know, just skip the post-game show, I guess. But, you know, after that great comeback by the Ricebirds there, I think we have some salty Southerners there.
I think you're right. Here come the Panthers out of the timeout. 2 wide outs left, 1 to the right, handoff into the middle, and a gain of about 2 on the play. And on the carry, I believe, was Parker Brown again.
Not for sure.
No, I'm sorry. It was West on the carry.
23 on the carry. Gain of about 2 on first down.
Second down, 8 coming up. Of course, that was our Blue Seal Petroleum post-game show that got cut short last week. Blue Seal Petroleum, located on 19th and Park Avenue in Stuttgart. Johnny Lammers and the gang, they've been busy, of course, with all the bulk fuel delivery during harvest. Here's a pitch back to West again, and he's going to be tackled for a loss back at the 24-yard line.
Yeah. Clark and Daniels back there all over him for the loss of about 5.
And mention the harvest in full swing. Of course, a lot of fuel being burned and a lot of tires being used as well. And, of course, if you've got tire issues, you need to think Blue Seal Petroleum, again, on 19th and Main there in Stuttgart. They'll keep you rolling through this very important time of the year. Blue Seal Petroleum, sponsor of our post-game show. Handoff into the line. Breaks through the first wave. Oh, what a nice hard run by the Panther. Breaking a couple of tackles along the way, and that once again was Jackson West on the carry.
Going to have about 11. Still going to be shy of the first down. It's going to be 4th down in the yard here. It's 47 seconds left in the second quarter.
And Heber Springs taking their time. The play clock's at 25, and the game clock is at 40 here in the first half. Heber Springs Panthers break the huddle. 2 wide outs to the right, 1 to the left. Quarterback takes, hands off into the line, and a first down as the Ricebirds catch the ball carrier at about the 37-yard line, but that was just enough for a first down for the Panthers.
Yep.
West again on the carry.
I'm not sure if they'll snap another one here as we're under 20 seconds left to go in the first half. They might just be content to take it on into halftime. That looks like what they're going to do here.
9, 8, 7, 6, and that is going to take us to the half as both teams retreat to the sidelines. We've got the first half in the books. Brent, can you say all Stuttgart Ricebirds?
It has been all Stuttgart Ricebirds early and often tonight.
Southern Bancorp halftime show will be coming your way. We'll take a look, try to get some scores from around the area. And how about the fireworks in the south end zone as the Ricebirds go to half? Fireworks sponsored by Wilkerson Jewelers and performed by Design Partners out of Pine Bluff. My buddy Ray Gilbert down there manning the gun there, and the fireworks adding a lot to a big game here tonight on statewide television, of course, on the World Wide Web on our EAB Sports Network, in addition to on Country 97.3 FM. It's halftime, 42-0 Ricebirds, back with the Southern Bancorp halftime show in 5 minutes.
At Southern Bancorp, we are wealth builders for everyone. We see building wealth as helping people succeed in creating strong financial futures. For some, it's having tools to build credit and buy a first home. For others, working with our award-winning SBA team to launch or grow a small business. And still others might use our unique savings plan today to save for tomorrow's dreams. Wherever you are in your wealth building journey, Southern Bancorp can help. Stop by or visit banksouthern.com to get started. Southern Bancorp, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Freemeyer's Best Friends Plus has been supporting Ricebirds athletics for 44 years in Stuttgart. We're honored to be a part of the Ricebirds tradition. Freemeyer's has joined with some of the best brands in America, including Whirlpool, Maytag, KitchenAid, Lazy Boy, and Sealy, to be able to supply our customers with the best values. Now, Freemeyer's has gone a step further with guaranteed price matching. If you need home furnishings, make sure you check with Freemeyer's. Best brands, best prices, best people.
Are you ready for fall like we are? This is Brandy England with Sparkle Drug and Gifts in downtown Stuttgart, inviting you to shop our selection of Arkansas County Harvest and Holiday Conversation Teas for all ages. Indulge with our new handcrafted bath bombs, Mixture Man skincare for guys, and Mixture Earth-friendly home products. We have lots of new candles and pumpkin everything. Kick off your fall with a visit to Sparkle Drug and Gifts. We're at the corner of 2nd and Main in downtown Stuttgart. Be sure to follow us on Facebook and Instagram.
Not many things in life are free, but Family Dental Associates in DeWitt and Allen & Hester Dental in Stuttgart offer free x-rays and consultations for implants. I'm Courtney Bislinger. At Family Dental in DeWitt and Allen & Hester Dental in Stuttgart, we are committed to providing the best full-service dental care possible for all of our patients.
I'm Dr. Holt Hester. When we say full service, that includes implants, single implants for a missing tooth, denture stabilization with implants, teeth whitening, orthodontic braces, and all other services you would expect from a Family Dentist.
We also offer Botox in both the Stuttgart and DeWitt locations.
Call Family Dental Associates in DeWitt at 946-4564 or Allen and Hester Dental in Stuttgart at 673-7181 to set up your appointment today.
Call us today and let our staff brighten your smile and brighten your life.
The French team's annual Quilt and Craft Show is October 8th and 9th in Stuttgart. Entry deadline is October 4th. All sizes of quilts, runners, table decor, pillows, bags, machine and handwork crafts, and vinyl projects made within the last 3 years can be entered, with a maximum of 2 large quilts per person and an unlimited number of small quilts and crafts. All prizes will be awarded by popular vote. Bring your entries for the annual Quilt and Craft Show by October 4th to the French team at 2015 South Burkle in Stuttgart. Learn more by calling 870-673-8156.
Lead Pearson Company, 209 North Burkle in Stuttgart, assist you in the design and construction of your next pre-engineered steel building. From mini storage to office building, farm shop to factory, warehouse to airplane hangar. Talk to the professionals at Pearson Company today. Take advantage of their 30 years in the construction industry and know they will do the job the way it's supposed to be done right the first time. Contact Pearson Company, 209 North Burkle in Stuttgart, offering complete construction services for over 30 years.
Security, safety, what are they worth to you, and most importantly, your family? Connection Insurance Services can help you with your life, health, and Medicare needs. I'm Kelsey Konechny, and we are ready to help you talk insurance. We are here to answer and assist you with all your insurance questions and needs. Call Konechny Insurance Services 673-9249 or stop by our offices at 102 West 7th Street in Stuttgart. Konechny Insurance Services is family-owned and operated.
Freemeyer's Best Friends Plus has been supporting Ricebirds athletics for 44 years in Stuttgart. We're honored to be a part of the Ricebirds tradition. Freemeyer's has joined with some of the best brands in America, including Whirlpool, Maytag, KitchenAid, Lazy Boy, and Sealy, to be able to supply our customers with the best values. Now, Freemeyer's has gone a step further with guaranteed price matching. If you need home furnishings, make sure you check with Freemeyer's. Best brands, best prices, best people.
This is Kristen with Polka Dot in downtown Stuttgart, letting you know now is the perfect time to come in and refresh your registry to pick out items you'd like for the holidays that are just around the corner. New fall pieces are starting to arrive, and believe it or not, we are placing special orders now for Christmas. Remember that Polka Dot is your tuxedo rental headquarters, and when a wedding party rents at least 6 tuxedos through us, the groom's rental is free. Shop bridal registries online at polkadotstuttgart.com or in store at Polka Dot 4th and Main in downtown Stuttgart.
And we welcome you to the Southern Bancorp halftime show tonight from Ned Mosley Stadium in Stuttgart, Arkansas, where the Stuttgart Ricebirds are playing host to the Heber Springs Panthers in a big 2-4A conference matchup. And it's all Stuttgart Ricebirds here at the half as they lead 42-0 over Heber Springs. Enjoying the Stuttgart Ricebird Marching Band is performing first here at the half. And when I say marching band, I mean marching band.
That's right. They are marching tonight.
Stuttgart Ricebird Marching Band looking sharp as well, dressed in their maroon and white tops, their black slacks. Of course, the flag line, as Brent mentioned last week, we saw some new flags. I see them again out there this week. Yep. Those white, silky-looking flags with the flying Ricebird logo on there. And, of course, we've mentioned several times the new screens on the tuba bells out there. They look really sharp. For those of you that are watching on the EAB Sports Network YouTube channel, you can pick those out on the lower right-hand portion of your screen. And, of course, a nice ensemble of percussion out there as well. Emily Simpson. See Parker Millard out there and trying to pick up some of the faces that I can see out there, and I'll tell you who the band members are here in just a moment. But the Ricebird Marching Band entertaining the Stuttgart Ricebird crowd here tonight on a special Thursday edition of Ricebird football. Again, Thursday night to accommodate statewide television. KARZ 42 is here, and I would say the Ricebirds look impressive on statewide TV, Brent.
Without a doubt, yeah. And, you know, they have picked up, you know, the Birds offense has gained every yard that they could gain tonight. You know,
Yes.
you know, they had touchdown on every possession. So, yeah, they couldn't look much better offensively or on the defensive side of the football as well. They have been all over that Heber Springs offense tonight.
Limiting Heber Springs, I think 2 first downs. Don't have that stat in front of me, but I think 2 first downs.
2 or 3, yeah.
And just doing a fabulous job, as is the Ricebird Marching Band that's out here now getting a nice hand from the Ricebird crowd on the near side. I want to tell you who the Stuttgart High School band members are for 2021 and 2022. And we'll start with our 9th graders: Aiden Atkins, Lorelei Baber, Reagan Burkle, Diana Bubarella, Braden Cook, Julissa Garcia, Zakiah Jeans, Delacia King, Claire McIntyre, Angel Moreno, Ryder Noel, Serenity Racy, Elliot Serrano, Shantiana Terry, and Michaela Van Sickle. Those are all 9th graders. Our 10th graders are TJ Beard, Kiki Caldwell, Killian Collins, McCain Durden, Bailey Duncan, Cheyenne Gibson, Madden Ramirez, Jonathan Roberts, Emily Simpson, Liera Smith, Narcisco Trulio, and Ashlyn Warwick. Our 11th grade Ricebird band members are Eric Beals, Parker Millard, Nevaeh Raffeld, and Carrington Thompson. And our seniors for the Stuttgart High School Marching Band 2021-2022 are Skylar Hughes, Edith Lara, and Madison Lee. And the Ricebird Marching Band, as you can see on our YouTube channel, is joined now by the Ricebird cheerleaders sporting those gold pom-poms. Of course, the gold pom-poms out there because September is Childhood Cancer Awareness Month, and those were supplied to the cheerleaders, both senior high and junior high, in memory and honor of our friend and former teammate, Price the Rock Hancock. I want to mention our Stuttgart varsity cheerleaders. Our captains are Hagan Horde and Madeline Maynard. The seniors are Roxy Hampton, Lauren Lisco, Ashton Ludwig, Aaron Ludwig, Madison Neal, and Krista Raper. And our juniors, Conley Coker, Gracie Herring, Blakely Stovison. And sophomores, Madison Brady, Sydney Crawford, Halen Earls, J.C. Houghton, and Lauren Robbins. And, of course, their coach is Miss Laura Serrani. And there's the fight song as they wrap up their performance here at halftime. Cheerleaders joining them out there as well.
We will get to see a visiting band performance tonight.
Absolutely. Yeah, thrilled to death.
Yeah, from the Heber band as they are ready to make their way onto the field. Here we're about halfway through the halftime activities here.
And the crew is starting to carry off the heavier ensembles, speakers and so forth, and the Ricebird Marching Band has concluded their performance here, and I certainly hope that everyone watching, I know that everyone here enjoyed that, and everyone watching, I hope that you did as well. We're at halftime. The Stuttgart Ricebirds lead the Heber Springs Panthers 42-0 here, the Southern Bancorp halftime show. Let's take a look at the scoring summary from the first half. And it started early, and it was often.
Yes, it was. It was.
First quarter, 9:32 to go. Cedric Hawkins, 39-yard touchdown run, and Hossman's PAT made it 7-0. 4:31 to go in the first quarter. Joel Ledbetter. And I don't have the yardage on that. I neglected to write the yardage down on that reception.
7 yards.
7-yard touchdown. Hossman's PAT was no good. That's probably what threw me off, Brent, when I go to write. When I was writing the stats down, I was
in shock there.
Yeah, they signaled it no good. Well, from here it looked good. Now the snap back to the holder was a little high, but Maddox, as always, does a great job of getting it down. And the kick looked a little high, but it was no good. And the Ricebirds led at that point 13-0, but they still had a couple of scores left in them in the first quarter. 3:26 mark. Levante Clark, a 24-yard fumble return for a touchdown, and then probably one of the fanciest plays of the night, Landon Melnichuk to A.J. Higgins for the 2-point conversion. Brent, tell us about that.
Yeah, Melnichuk that time took the pitch from the holder that on that play and rolled out to his right and had 2 or 3 Ricebirds open in the backfield and hits A.J. Higgins in the corner, and the Ricebirds get that missed extra point back there.
And led 21-0 at that point. Still had another score in him in the first quarter. 41 seconds to go. Tamir Coppins hit Cedric Hawkins' 40-yard touchdown, and the PAT was good, and the Birds were up 28-0. Moving on to the second quarter, Daniel Poole, 61-yard touchdown run with 8:01 to go in the first half, along with Hossman's PAT, gave the Ricebirds a 35-0 lead, and the Birds still had another score in them with 2:27 to go. A.J. Higgins comes in and runs 34 yards on that drive, but caps it off with a 1-yard touchdown. Of course, Melnichuk had a nice gain on that drive as well after a heavy dose of Higgins.
That's right, of 27 yards on a third down and about 6.
Capped off a really nice drive by a lot of the reserves for the Ricebirds, and that set the mark here at 42-0 here at the half as the Heber Springs Panthers band gets set up, and we'll keep our EAB Sports Network coverage on here at halftime, and you'll be able to see the Heber Springs Marching Panther band out here as well here in just a moment.
Going back to that Daniel Poole run, Lynn, I know that he is especially happy to get one on Heber because last year at Heber, he had a 70-something yard touchdown run called back.
Yeah, he sure did.
Back on a penalty. So, hey, he got it back tonight down there.
Yes, he did, and in fine fashion as well. What a hard run, and I tell you, showed that great speed. Brent, let's take a look at the stats from the first half.
All right, for the Heber Springs Panthers, not much going offensively. Parker Brown is a lone bright spot, 10 carries for 38 yards. James Sneed, 1 for 4. Jackson West, 4 carries for 10. And Xander Lindley through the air is 2 out of 5 for only 3 yards. 44 on the ground, 3 through the air, 47 total yards for the Panthers. For the Ricebirds, Cedric Hawkins, 5 carries, 58 yards, 1 touchdown on the ground. Daniel Poole, 3 carries for 68 yards and 1 touchdown. A.J. Higgins, 7 for 34. Landon Melnichuk, 2 for 36. Tamir Coppins, 1 for 11. Tamir Coppins through the air, 3 for 6 for 52 yards and 2 touchdowns. Landon Melnichuk, 1 for 1 for 34 yards. Cameron Harper, 1 catch for 34. Ledbetter, 1 for 7 and a touchdown. Hawkins, 1 for 40 and a touchdown. Prince O'Neill has 1 catch for 5 yards. So 200 yards even on the ground, 86 through the air, 286 total yards for the Ricebird, Lynn. Working from that short field, you're not going to rack up a lot of yards, even though they do have a lot of points on the board.
Absolutely. Want to go back to on the scoring summary, gave Levante Clark credit for the 24-yard fumble return for the touchdown, but the ball, I believe, was stripped by Cameron Harper.
Briar West.
Briar West
on the tackle.
Stripped the ball carrier. Cameron got in and got a hand on a punt a little bit later in the second quarter. So, again, good effort by those guys. That and we can brag on them tonight, but you can brag on them every night.
Yes,
because
that's right.
These are some outstanding football players for the Stuttgart Ricebirds, no doubt. Heber Springs has their marching band out on the field and doing a nice job. They've got a big flag line there as well that is performing for the Stuttgart sideline here. They as well have a big ensemble with xylophone and several drums. I see some speakers over there as well. I'm not sure what's electronic over there, if it's the xylophones or if there is a organ over there. I'm not sure why the speaker's there. And again, that's on the other side of the field from us, so having a hard time picking that up. But again, doing a nice job entertaining the home crowd here.
And marching as well tonight.
Absolutely. We've seen both of these bands marching tonight, and that is great to see. They put in a tremendous amount of work, just like a football team does, or your cheerleaders as well. They put in a lot of work. See, one of the cheerleaders as well is on the flag line, and several of them in the band. Several of the cheerleaders in the band as well.
Yep, I see 3 at least out there in the band. And one percussionist with a football jersey on.
Yeah, absolutely. So Great job by the Heber Springs Marching Band. It's the Southern Bancorp halftime show here at Ned Mosley Stadium in Stuttgart. You know, economic opportunity means different things to different people. You know, for some, it's starting a dream business or buying a new home. A lot of that going on now. While others might need to start with some credit counseling, maybe some financial education, or maybe simply opening a checking account, or whatever your needs, from banking to borrowing, or maybe just learning, Southern Bancorp has you covered. Here in Stuttgart, Southern Bancorp purchased Arkansas County Bank, also the branch in DeWitt as well, and a lot of the same folks that you know and you love and have treated you well for years and years are still there and taking care of you better than ever at Southern Bancorp, located in Stuttgart on 620 East 22nd Street, and for our friends in DeWitt, located at 220 West Cross. That's Southern Bancorp, sponsor of our halftime show here tonight. I'm Lynn Keller, sitting alongside Brent Whitman. We are glad to have you join us tonight for Ricebird football as the halftime begins to wind down. We'll take one more time out. When we come back, we're not going to have any scores from around the area, Brent, because there is no other games going on, but we'll tell you a little bit about what's going on in the 2-4A conference. We'll have that for you when we're back in 4 minutes.
At Southern Bancorp, we are wealth builders for everyone. We see building wealth as helping people succeed in creating strong financial futures. For some, it's having tools to build credit and buy a first home. For others, working with our award-winning SBA team to launch or grow a small business. And still others might use our unique savings plan today to save for tomorrow's dreams. Wherever you are in your wealth building journey, Southern Bancorp can help. Stop by or visit banksouthern.com to get started. Southern Bancorp, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Let Atlantis Coin Laundry at 14th and Main in Stuttgart handle all of your laundry needs. Compare our service to our competition. At Atlantis, we'll wash, dry, and fold your clothes with same-day service, Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. Call Anna at Atlantis Coin Laundry. She'll be glad to take care of you. And while you're here, try out the newest car wash in town, the IQ at Atlantis. Masks are required for everyone's safety at Atlantis Coin Laundry, 1401 South Main in Stuttgart. Call 672-3000.
I'm Rex Nelson. As a native Arkansan, I take pride in our state's natural beauty. And as someone who has been in all 75 counties, I've seen how prevalent litter is across our state. It's time for people to clean up our state for those who live here and to enhance Arkansas's image for those wanting to visit. Let's clean up Arkansas. Visit KeepArkansasBeautiful.com to do your part and get involved.
This message brought to you by this station, the Arkansas Broadcasters Association, and the Keep Arkansas Beautiful Commission. Tired of unreliable internet service, constantly running over your data plan? Can't get service where you live? With TextStream high-speed internet, you'll get consistent high speeds and low latency that doesn't stop at city limits. TextStream high-speed internet is perfect for homes, small and large businesses, farmers, and hunting clubs. You can stream every football game this fall with no interruptions. Servicing Arkansas, Lono, Prairie, Jefferson, and Lincoln counties. TextStream is your locally owned and operated high-speed internet solution. Call toll-free at 866-286-5976 or visit techstream.net.
You're busy. You have a family to take care of. And sometimes the only space you get to think is while in the bathroom late at night. We get it. That's why at Coker Hampton Drug Company and Gift Shop, you can call or text our gift shop at 870-659-0777 whenever you think of what you need. If it's after hours, we'll get back to you first thing in the morning, so you don't have to remember to call us again. You can also shop us online at shop.cokerhampton.com and receive all the same convenient services as shopping in store. Gift wrap, curbside pickup, delivery, or shipping. So the next time you need a gift or something for yourself, or you're looking for an item you saw on our social media, call or text us. Save it in your phone. That's 870-659-0777. We really don't mind those after hours or early morning calls. We'll get back to you so you can cross that item off of your list. Or go to shop.cokerhampton.com and enjoy all the perks of shopping us in person. You may want to come in to smell the candles, though. Coker Hampton Drug Company and Gift Shop at 218 South Main in downtown Stuttgart. 870-659-0777 and shop.cokerhampton.com. Like you, Stedman's Ace Hardware is passionate about their community. They support the Lions Club, Fight Like a Kid, and numerous other organizations, including youth, high school, and adult sports programs. Whether helping their neighbors or helping their customers, Stedman's Ace Hardware truly is the helpful place. Shop Weber Grills, Blackstone Griddles, Traeger Pellet Grills and Pellets, and more, and get all the help you need at Stedman's Ace Hardware, 110 South College in downtown Stuttgart. Stedman's Ace Hardware, the helpful place.
increased starting pay. Lennox Industries has positions to fill and is now offering brand new seasonal shift incentives. Hiring bonuses from $2,000 to $2,500. Starting pay from $15.50 to $16 an hour. Plus excellent benefits, including full medical benefits and an on-site clinic for employees and their families. Come join the Lennox team, the leading HVAC company in America. Call 870-672-8161 or apply online at LennoxInternational.com/careers. Lennox Industries is an equal opportunity employer.
And we welcome you back to the Southern Bancorp halftime show from Ned Mosley Stadium in Stuttgart. I'm Lynn Keller sitting alongside Brent Whitman. Glad to have you join us on a special Thursday edition of Ricebird football. It's a Thursday game because this is the Fearless Friday game of the week on KARZ 42 statewide television. And they called Coach Price back in the summer and asked if we would consider doing it. And of course, Coach Price always looking for an opportunity to show off the kids and give them a chance, you know, to perform in that sort of an environment, and was all over it. So glad to have that opportunity to play this Thursday night game. And Brent, I got to thinking, this reminds me a lot of last year's game, so I looked it up on my scoring summary from a year ago, and guess what the score was at halftime a year ago?
I'm going to say 42-0.
It was 42-0, just exactly like this one. Now, the difference between last year's game and this year's game, Brent, we scored 2 touchdowns in the first quarter last year and 4 in the second quarter.
We just
reversed it.
Yep.
4 in the first quarter and 2 in the second quarter.
Yep. And but if I remember, Arlie Lee had a pretty big game in the first half last year.
As a matter of fact, Brent, I went back and I watched the game. Matter of fact, this week I watched last week's game, and I watched it from the Heber Springs live stream point of view.
I've watched that as well.
I'm kind of interested always.
They do a great job on
They
that.
do a super job. They're just down the way from us here, as a matter of fact. Billy, that does their play-by-play, also does Harding University football, and I had a chance to listen to him a little bit. I was at the game last week in Searcy when they played Ouachita, and then when the game was over, got to listen to his post-game show. Does a super job there as well. But a very similar game to a year ago. The Ricebirds just in complete and total control of this one. Heber Springs did score late in the fourth quarter a year ago to make the final score 42-6, but eerily similar how these two games have unfolded, Brent.
Yes, it is. Yeah, Lynn, the Ricebirds have the Panthers number here the last 2 years, and yeah, it's tough. You know, it's been tough for Coach Todd Wood. You know, I think he came over from PA. You know, and he's trying to run that same style of offense, but just doesn't have the kids up there to get it rolling yet.
But I'm sure he will if he'll stick with it. He is their 5th coach in 6 years up there, so a lot of turnover, a lot of instability. We are ready to kick this one off. Thanks again for listening to the Southern Bancorp halftime show. Second half action underway. Hossman kicks it off. It's going to be taken inside the 20 and back across the 30 out to about the 32-yard line. Heber Springs will have it. First down and 10. So we start the second half. I want to say a special word of thanks again to Chris Armstrong and Jonathan Watson for providing the live stream on the EAB Sports Network Stuttgart Ricebirds YouTube channel. Crystal clear view again tonight, and certainly appreciate them for all their efforts. Of course, also a word of thanks to Christian Johnston back at the station along with Elizabeth Barnett. And tonight as well, design partners out of Pine Bluff, sponsored by Wilkerson Jewelers Fireworks here. And there's been a lot of fireworks for the Ricebirds on offense here tonight. So that was a good tie-in. Thanks so much for Wilkerson Jewelers sponsoring fireworks tonight here at Ned Mosley Stadium in Stuttgart. Handoff into the line for a loss.
Jackson West again on the carry. It's going to be a loss of 2 on that one, Lynn.
It's going to bring now 2nd down and 12 coming up. A short 12 for the Heber Springs Panthers. The Heber Springs Panthers, for those of you that listening on Country 97.3, are dressed in all white with bright red helmets, have bright red numbers. Very easy for Brent and I to see. And, of course, your Stuttgart Ricebirds dressed in maroon with white trim. maroon helmets flying Ricebird on the left side. Quarterback got running rooms, got a first down and more. One man to beat. Not going to beat him, though. The Ricebirds are going to bring him down at about the 40-yard line on the Ricebird side. Nice gain for the quarterback, Alexander Lindley.
Carson Konechny was the last Ricebird back there, and he grabbed a hold of him and wouldn't let it go until some of his teammates got there and brought him down. It's going to be a 25-yard gain for Lindley.
Down to the Stuttgart 39-yard line. First down and 10. Ball's in the center of the field. Here come the Panthers. 3 wide outs to the left, 1 to the right. Send a man in motion out of the backfield, and now a penalty marker before the snap. And let's see, this is going to back up Heber Springs 5. I'm not so sure if the man out of the backfield in motion turned up field.
Yeah, I think he might have.
He was running toward the line.
Yeah.
And that may have been the call. That was the only thing that I saw anyway. Mm-hmm. And the sportsmanship rule is in effect here in the second half, which means the clock will run continuously with a few exceptions. First and 15 for the Panthers. Oh, what a nice job by the Ricebirds, Levante Clark, to bat down the ball.
Oh, he did.
And it was going to be a little screen pass and looked like it was going to go for some yards, but boy, Levante got his big mid up there and knocked it down. Incomplete. Brings up now second down and 15. And the line of scrimmage will be the Stuttgart 44.
Levante doing his best tonight to get into the backfield on every play, and he has just been a handful for the Panthers to block.
Boy, he had a first half and a half, didn't he?
Yes, he did.
Again, send a man in motion out of the backfield. Quarterback draw, and oh my goodness, he is wearing a Ricebird. Going to get a yard on the play, and that's about it. Yeah. Tank Hood, another Ricebird we're glad to have back on the field tonight that did not get to play last week.
Yep.
One of 4 that the Ricebirds missed, starters.
Yeah, Lindley ran right into the arms of Tank Hood. He squeezed forward for about a yard and a half, but that's about it. Third down and about 13 now.
Clock rolls to 8 minutes to go in the third quarter. Heber Springs again sends a man in motion out of the backfield, rolling now to the right, breaks one tackle, not going to break the second one as he is brought down by Kobe Bryant.
Gain of about 2 on the play. Bring up fourth down and 11 for the Panthers.
Xavier Hobbs also in on that last stop. Ball is at the Stuttgart 40-yard line, 7.5 minutes to go in the third quarter. Ricebirds in command, 42-0. That was your score at the half. This is the first possession of the second half. Heber Springs with a nice run by the quarterback moves it into Ricebird territory. The Birds and they snap the ball past the quarterback. He's going to very alertly just jump or try to jump on it. It squirts out from under. You talking about a greased pig that's finally jumped on, I believe, by number 18, Dalton Yancey.
Yeah, it's going to be illegal motion again on the Panthers as 23 West was going in motion. However, he was running toward the line of scrimmage that time again, and that was a penalty. But the Ricebirds are going to take over.
They'll refuse the penalty, and the Ricebirds have it. First down and 10 at the Panthers' 40-yard line. Here come the Birds. First possession of the third quarter, Brent.
Yeah, we got some reserves in there.
Matthew Luster's in there, number 27 in the backfield, lined up to the left of the quarterback, Melnichuk.
Ross Atkinson split out here to the near side wide.
Which is the short side of the field. Handoff, Luster dancing around. Gets inside the 40, down to the 38-yard line. A gain of a couple.
Matthew Luster, sophomore. Running back, picks up 2.
Matthew checks out. And checking in for the Ricebirds will be number 33, Kamarion Pickett. Ricebird band and fans and everybody down here keeping the crowd into this one. Been kind of a battle of the bands here tonight, and that's kind of fun at a high school football game.
That's right.
Melnichuk, quarterback, shotgun formation. Takes, hands off into the line, trying to break a tackle. Gets by one, doesn't get by the second one. On the carry, Kamarion Pickett for about a yard. 3rd and 8 coming up for the Ricebirds from the 38 of the Panthers.
5:22 left and clock rolling here in the third quarter. Ricebirds with the 42-0 lead.
Ball's on the near hash mark. Ricebirds here in the third quarter, moving from the right to the left, from the south to the north. Handoff on a speed sweep coming to the near side. Running room.
Prince
O'Neal on the carry for the Ricebirds.
He's going to have 10 yards, and that's going to be enough for a first down.
Gets it all the way down to the 28 of the Heber Springs Panthers.
And Leon, I'm going to call that a pass because I believe it was a pitch. It was more of a pitch that time. I don't think it was supposed to be a pitch, but I think it was, just given the way that Prince ran in front of him. So we're going to give him a 10-yard reception.
He splits wide right. Atkinson split wide to the left. Handoff into the line. Number 33 bumbling and stumbling down through there. Kamarion Pickett.
Not much there. If Kamarion Lynn ever gets a head of steam going, you better look out because he's going to try to run over somebody.
Oh, absolutely.
I can promise you that.
Absolutely.
Just didn't have any room that time as he tried to get through the line. No gain.
Big number 74 in there, Caleb Barnard. On the left guard position.
Chance Rabenek and Prince O'Neal split out here to the near side. Looks like that's Atkinson on the wide side.
Melnichuk takes, hands to Luster again. And trying to push forward for some positive yardage. Going to get the line of scrimmage, and I believe that's just about going to do it.
Yep, that's about it.
Checking back in for the Ricebirds, Kamarion Pickett.
3:30 left to go here in the third quarter.
Ryan Kazire at center.
Jacob Hayes in there as a blocking back.
Kind of lined up in a slot position on the left side. Sends man in motion. That's O'Neal. Hand to him on a speed sweep coming to the near side, trying to get the corner. Turns the corner, but just doesn't have enough room. He gets the ball down to the 26-yard line. And it's going to be a gain of about 3, but it's going to bring up now 4th down and 7 for the Ricebirds from the Heber Springs 26-yard line. Kind of a little bit surprised we don't see a field goal attempt here.
Yeah, it would be a long one.
It'd be a long one against the cross breeze.
But why not, huh?
But exactly.
Why not?
Exactly. Ricebirds are going to go for it on 4th down and 7 from the 26-yard line of Heber Springs. Melnichuk at quarterback. Jacob Hayes slot on the right.
Ooh, that looked like they got through there a little bit early.
Fires across the middle, and it's going to be incomplete. Intended for Carson Konechny.
Tried to make a sliding catch that time, just couldn't come up with it.
Thrown just a tick behind him, Brent, and it would have been enough for a first down. Carson knew where he needed to get, but ball a little bit underthrown, and the Ricebirds turn it over on downs.
2 minutes left here in the third quarter. Both teams have had one possession. In the second half, no score. Ricebirds picked up one first down. Couldn't do anything else with the ball. Heber Springs takes back over now.
Josiah Spicer on the far side and one of the back positions, along with Yair Hernandez.
Looks like number 4, Cusick, is the quarterback here.
He takes and hands off into the line. A little bit of running room. Holes closes up pretty quick. Kamarion Caldwell, number 77 for the Ricebirds. He'll close a hole pretty quick for you, along with Caleb Barnard, number 74. Also, A.J. Higgins in there, number 44.
Gain of about 3 on the play. You know what, Lynn?
Blaine Kittler, too, Brent.
That's right. When I was looking at the Heber Springs roster today, I was looking for Diego Rubio, just seeing if he was still there, because it seemed like he played forever.
That's right. Penalty marker before the snap. Quarterback looked like he had passing on his mind. Easton Cusick rolling to his left. And it's going to be a procedure penalty against Heber Springs. 50 seconds to go here in the third quarter, and maybe one more snap in this quarter, and that will do it for the third quarter. Second down, 12 coming up after the penalty for Heber Springs. Quarterback, shotgun formation, 3 wideouts to the left. Hand off to the back in the backfield. It's going to be brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Nice job by number 32, Xavier Hobbs.
Absolutely. He closed up that hole in a hurry. It's going to be a gain of only about 2 on the play.
And that's going to do it for the third quarter of action. We've got 3 in the books. The Stuttgart Ricebirds in command. They lead the Heber Springs Panthers 42-0. We're back with the fourth quarter of action in 1 minute.
Arkansas-owned EAB, East Arkansas Broadcasters. This is Country 97.3 KDEW. DeWitt, Stuttgart. Country 97.3.
No appointment? No problem. If you need medical care right away, visit Urgent Care of Stuttgart, where you can walk in without an appointment and get help without a long wait for a wide variety of illnesses and injuries, from stitches and broken bones to allergies and colds. Urgent Care of Stuttgart is conveniently located at 22nd and Park Avenue. Clinic hours are Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. For more, visit Facebook.com/Urgent Care Stuttgart or call 870-672-0911. Urgent Care of Stuttgart at 22nd and Park Avenue. Get sick, get seen today.
Welcome back to Ned Mosley Stadium on the campus of Stuttgart High School in Stuttgart, Arkansas for Ricebird football, powered by Petrus in Stuttgart. Right now at Petrus Auto Sales out across from Max Prairie Wing, they've got a new 21 Ford F-250. Now, if you know anything about those, you know those are scarce. Petrus has got one. It's a Lariat with all the goodies, FX4 package, Power Stroke, diesel, and more. It's white with the brown lower accent color. It's a beauty, and it won't last long. Get it today. Petrus Auto Sales across from Max Prairie Wings on Highway 63 North in Stuttgart. Petrus powering tonight's Ricebird broadcast. As we start the fourth quarter of action from Stuttgart, the Heber Springs Panthers will have it. Third down and 11 from their own 25-yard line. I'm Lynn Keller sitting alongside Brent Whitman. Glad to have you join us for this 2-4-8 conference matchup, special Thursday night edition. And we're in a media timeout, and we're set for action. Third down and 11, a long 11. Quarterback back to pass, looking, rolling to his right, fires. He's got a man just overthrown. He had a step on the defender, but just couldn't get both hands on it and haul it in. It falls incomplete, and it's going to bring up 4th and 11 for the Panthers.
Yeah, he got behind the Ricebird defense that time and passed just about one step too long that time. And number 21, who I don't have on my roster, could not quite come down with it for the Panthers. Probably would have been a touchdown.
4th down and 11 for the Panthers from their own 25-yard line. Quarterback steps back to punt, puts his foot into it, almost blocked that time by number 72, Dylan Duncan. This is a good kick. It's going to keep rolling, and the Ricebirds pick it up. Chance Rabenek says, I think that thing's rolled about far enough. Let me pick it up, and he saves probably a few yards, but certainly jeopardizes himself.
Yeah, he did.
At the same time.
Yeah, he did. He took a hit there, but not a bad punt there by the Panthers, and the Ricebirds will take over just inside the Panthers 40, I believe. Clock is moving here, 10:35 left to go in the game. Ricebirds stake themselves to a 42-0 halftime lead, and that's still where we are here now, starting the fourth quarter. The referees are discussing. I think a player ran out of bounds, came back in. Might have been the first one to touch the ball.
Could have been, which you can't do.
No. He didn't throw a flag. He threw his hat off, which usually means that somebody goes out of bounds. Nevertheless, it's going to be the Ricebirds' ball, first down. Depends on where the spot's going to be. Looks like, well, still don't know where they're going to put it. I don't see
this is a personal foul against Stuttgart.
And they never threw a flag.
It's declined, and then illegal participation there is that.
Illegal touching, yeah.
Yeah.
Illegal touching.
Yeah, I'm sorry, illegal touching.
Yeah. But I still never saw a flag.
Actually, back here at the 30 was the one flag.
It must have been.
I think the same official threw both flags, and his hat was the second flag.
All right.
Here come the Ricebirds after all that. First down and 10 from their own 20-yard line. Landon Melnichuk's the quarterback. Shotgun formation, 2 wide outs to the right, 1 to the left, handoff, and oh my goodness gracious, there is nothing there. What a nice job by I think the linebacker for.
Yeah, it's going to be a loss of 5 that time for Luster. Yeah, he came through there untouched on that play. And
Keenan Sneed, and of course talked about him in the pregame. He is their bell cow on defense, and he took out a night worth of frustration on that one play.
I was going to say, Lynn, they still have their starters in there, but you look on the sidelines and they only have about 10 players on the sidelines.
Yeah,
so,
that's true.
Yeah, just a short roster.
Handoff Ricebirds again, this time getting the lost yardage back, and that's about it. Nice job. Continue to dig in there by the Ricebirds. Number 33, Kamarion Pickett.
It's going to have about 4, as you mentioned, almost getting all of the lost yardage back.
Matthew Hoskin in there, number 64. 72, Dylan Duncan. These guys anchoring the line for the Ricebirds. 2 wide outs to the left, 1 to the right. Ball's on the near hash mark. Melnichuk, quarterback, takes, rolls to his left, getting some pressure. Looking, trying to turn the corner, and he's going to be brought down for a big loss. Melnichuk should have found a way to get that one out of his hands and into the sideline over there. Would have saved about 5 yards. And probably a hit as well.
Yeah, I think so, yeah. It is going to be a loss of 5.
Ricebirds are going to punt for the first time tonight. And back to do so will be Jack Hossman. And he's going to be standing inside his own 5-yard line.
Yeah, he's got a little bit of a breeze at his back, so we'd love to see him get a hold of one here, as the Panthers don't have anybody back deep.
A little bit of confusion on the line for the Ricebirds.
They're going to get a delay of game penalty, but not like it's not really going to hurt them too much here. Yeah, but the Ricebirds are trying to shuffle around personnel. Play clock ran out on them. That's going to back them up 5 to the 10. Hosman now be standing at the goal line.
Josiah Spicer lined up on the near side over here. He'll be a gunner on this special teams. Waiting the snap. Hossman, good snap, puts his foot into it. It's going to be a beauty, too. It's going to hit at the 44, go across midfield to about the 42, 41-yard line, and that's it. What a way to flip the field, Jack Hossman.
Yeah, that's going to be about a 50-yard kick for Jack, and that's going to take it to the 41-yard line as we close in on 6 minutes remaining here in this game. Clock will continue to run. The Panthers will try to get something on the board here, much like they did last year, get that late touchdown. But they haven't shown much on offense this year at all. Ricebird defense has been all over them tonight. And it doesn't really matter who's in there for the Ricebirds on defense. They've been all over them.
Dylan Duncan, Kamarion Caldwell, Blaine Kittler on the line for the Ricebirds now. One more that's got his jersey obscured to me. I can't see, but the 4 down linemen for the Ricebirds on defense. Here come the Panthers. First down and 10 from their own 41-yard line. Quarterback back to pass and fires, and it's going to be almost picked off. Josiah Spicer on the coverage. Got his hands on it, Brent, but just could not bring it in. Looked like the receiver became the defender on that play.
Yeah, good coverage that time by the Ricebirds. Almost came away with the turnover.
Yeah, Josiah doing a nice job staying stride for stride. Clock rolls under 5 minutes to go in this one. Ricebirds going to move to 2-0 in conference play and get to go on the road and scout tomorrow night.
That's right. They get to scout
hand off
everybody.
to number 5. What a nice job getting on his back right at the line of scrimmage by the Ricebirds. On the stop, I believe.
Jacob Hayes.
Yeah, how about it? Jacob Hayes, great job on defense.
A 1 yard gain is all Tate will get on that one.
3rd and 9 for the Panthers. Balls toward the center of the field. They've got 3 wideouts to the right, 1 to the left, 1 back in the backfield, standing to the right of the quarterback. Quarterback takes a snap, rolls to his right, looks, fires, got a man complete. It's going to be brought down by Yair Hernandez, but not until he gets a first down in Ricebird territory. Nice job on the pass by Easton Cusick. And that's going to move the sticks for the Panthers. First down and 10 at the Ricebird 43. 3:50 to go in this one. The Panthers, 3 wideouts to the left. One of those guys is Dalton Yancey. Sends a man in motion, hand to him on a speed sweep, coming to the near sideline. Boy, a big stiff arm, but the Ricebirds stayed home.
They did, Lynn. He tried to put a stiff arm on Jacob Hayes, but it didn't matter.
Did not matter.
No, because Hayes was still in on the tackle. No gain on the play.
2nd down and 10 coming up for the Panthers again from the Stuttgart 43-yard line. Ricebirds lead 42-0, 3:17 to go in this one. 2-4A conference matchup, special Thursday night edition of Ricebird football and Panther football as well. 4 wideouts, 2 on each side. Back to pass, looking. Now I said, I just think I'll take off and run. And he's going to get inside the 40 before he meets up with number 32. Xavier Hobbs on the stop for Stuttgart.
Gain of about 6 on the play for Cusick.
2:45 to go in the 4th quarter.
Panthers trying to get that goose egg off the scoreboard here, trying to punch it in here, but they only have a few plays left with the clock rolling here.
3 wideouts to the right, 1 to the left, single back in the backfield, standing to the left of the quarterback. Quarterback takes, he hands to the back, and the Ricebirds are right there, but he spins out of the tackle. He breaks another tackle, and the Ricebirds are finally going to bury him shy of the first down at about the 35-yard line. Nice job again. Once again out there all over the ball, number 35, Jacob Hayes.
And gain of about 3 on that play.
4th down and a long one coming up now for the Panthers. 2 minutes to go in this one. 2 minutes left in this 2-4A conference matchup from Mosley Stadium in Stuttgart. And the cheerleaders and the band and all are still pumped up here on the home side. Handoff into the line. And getting a first down on the carry, number 5. Let's see. And the Ricebirds have it, according to one of the officials. Yes. Coming up off the bottom of the pile. How about it, number 77, Kamarion Caldwell, 5'7", 290-pound sophomore.
There you go, right there on it. And he comes out with the ball, and the Ricebirds will take over with 1:15 left. They'll probably have to snap it a couple times, and that will be your ball game tonight. So the Ricebirds pitched a shutout here tonight at Mosley Stadium, 42-0. Ricebirds lead with a minute left.
Offense checks in. Caleb Barnard's checking in now on the line for the Ricebirds.
Still
50 seconds.
Still 10 seconds left on the play clock.
Melnichuk at quarterback's going to take all the time off he can. He hands off. Luster, and not much there. And I believe I'd just take a knee rather than take a chance of somebody accidentally getting injured at this point. 35 seconds to go on the game clock, 25 on the play clock, and they're waiting now. They're going to set the play clock back, and Ricebirds don't have to snap it again. Let's see if they do.
They will. I don't think they will.
Heber Springs Panthers marching band up the stands across the way. And here's another snap. Going to hand off to the Ricebirds, number 33, Kamarion Pickett. And he's going to have a couple. Gets out across the 30 to the 31. 3, 2, 1, and that is it. The Stuttgart Ricebirds have defeated the Heber Springs Panthers by a final score of 42-0 to move to 2-0 in 2-4A conference action on this special Thursday night edition of Ricebird football. We've got the Blue Seal Petroleum post-game show coming your way. We'll have the scoring summary, and we'll also have the stats from the game. We'll also look around and see what else is going to happen this week in the 2-4A conference as we wrap up our broadcast tonight. We'll be back with the Blue Seal Petroleum post-game show in 3 minutes.